Welcome back to Focus on South Texas, located in Bulverde. The Winding Branch Ranch is a safe place for rescued farm animals to live a new life, but these animals are also educating communities about humane farming practices. And here to tell us more is Executive Director Matthew Aversa. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Well, tell us who your animal friend is that we have with us.
This is Pamela. Pamela is a silky chicken. She's just about a year old. She was surrendered to us just about a year ago. She was only a few days old when she came to us, but she's a good girl. She's been with us, and she's a big star at the ranch.
I can see why, Miss Pamela. You are definitely a star. Yeah. And speaking of the ranch, tell us the story. How and why did the Winding Branch Ranch start?
Yes, absolutely. So it was a few different people's mission to come together and build a location where there were second chances for farm animals. So when we had, got some land out in Bulverde with some other friends too, we'd all said, well, where can we give animals a second chance? There wasn't really a shelter, like you can go pick up a dog or a cat from a shelter. We started that kind of same organization in Bulverde for farm animals. So if you're looking for a horse, if you're looking for a goat, if you're looking for chickens, we are able to give those animals a second chance.
I love that. Yeah. And I understand that April 10th, right around the corner,
yes,
is National Farm Animal Day, which is a day to raise awareness about humane care of animals and finding homes for abused or abandoned animals. So what do you guys have planned?
Yeah, we've got a lot of plans. We've partnered with the San Antonio Public Library Foundation, so we'll be making an appearance that day with them, educating some children. We're working with the Mammon Public Library out in Bulverde, Texas, too, that morning, doing a special story time. We'll be at the ranch educating folks as well. We've got fundraisers all around town, and we'll have a big social media campaign. So if you're following us on social media, you'll learn a lot about ethical treatment and humane treatment of these farmed animals.
And tell us why it's so important to raise that awareness about the treatment of farm animals. Why is that an important mission?
It's an important mission because, in this day and age, we're all consumers and we consume a lot. And with consumption, we want to make sure that people are also considering the treatment of the animals that we're working with, whether it be wool or meat or milk. There's humane and ethical ways to do it as well. Or, as most of our adopters, as they just have them as pets. We just want to make sure everyone's treating them humanely, humanely and safe.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, we as people have to be the voices for the animals, whether domestic, farm, or whatever they are.
It's true. They don't have a voice. We try to be their voice. And the funny thing is when they come to us at the ranch, they're either surrendered or they're neglected or abused, and they come through the different animal controls around the country. We can see their attitude change the second they get to the ranch. They show how happy they are, how affectionate they are. Goats that we've seen that have become, come to us because they were aggressive or were bullies where they were, come to us and they're completely different. So they know and they're thankful, and we're glad to be that voice for them.
And I love it because animals are also so resilient. No matter what they've gone through, they can heal through that trauma. And like you said, they come to the ranch and that is just they're comfortable and they probably just thrive in that environment, right?
Absolutely. It's hard to imagine for people who don't have farm animals. The personalities that these animals have, just like your dog, just like your cat, they all have personalities. They speak, them, they have different, personalities and different mannerisms that they all, share. They get excited in different ways, the same way your dog, all of our dogs and cats are different. Same thing with the farm animals. And so that was another driving force. And when we opened the ranch, was kind of saying, well, look at them. We have to give them another chance, have to give them another home. And we also learned around the country too, there's a problem, not necessarily a problem, but people don't really do the research before they take in these animals. So either they don't understand the cost associated with it, they don't understand how much money or time or physical, strength is needed to deal with the animals, or what we see more times than not, city ordinances and city codes and HOAs don't allow certain animals and they end up with us.
Yeah, and that's the thing that we've also heard from, rescues of dog and cat rescues. You get a certain breed and it's like your family fits this lifestyle and the dog needs this lifestyle. And, it's like you got to do your homework.
Got to do your homework, got to do your research, and definitely, check your local ordinances. You have to make sure if you're taking in a farm animal, it's a much bigger commitment than a dog or a cat. We see more often than not pigs needing to be rehomed because people don't know they can't have them in their neighborhood. They make fantastic, fantastic pets. They're just like dogs, but you can't have them in most places. You have to live somewhere where that's allowed.
You see them on video, you want them because they're cute on social media, and then it's like, but I understand there are other ways to support your mission with some upcoming events. What do you have planned around Easter and Fiesta?
Yes, so for Easter, we have our Easter Bun Brunch. This is our second annual Easter brunch. We have photos with the Easter Bunny. We've got an Easter egg hunt. You hang out with the rescued animals. We've got a pancake brunch. It's going to be a great time at the ranch. There's 3 different seatings. There's 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 2 o'clock, so whatever fits your schedule. That's on the 13th of April.
Got it.
And then there's Fiesta, like you had said as well.
Yeah.
That's on Friday, April 25th. That's an adult Fiesta night. That's a lot of fun. Our partners at Shiner Beers are actually sponsoring us. We got lots of fun beer. We've got a lot of food to eat, some live music. We're going to be playing Loteria and just enjoying it.
Yeah, just enjoying it. And for viewers, I mean, can they volunteer? And if so, what do you have to do in order to be a volunteer?
Absolutely. First step to take if you'd like to volunteer with us, and we do need volunteers constantly, is to head to our website, windingbranchranch.org. You'll see a Give Back tab on the top. Hit the volunteer button, fill out that form. Somebody from our volunteer team will be in touch, but the first thing you get in an email is a link to sign up for a volunteer orientation. We do those pretty consistently throughout the week. Show up for that. We want to show you what we do, explain our mission to you, teach you about the animals so that we can get you involved, and we do need help.
And if viewers, if they can't volunteer, can't make it out to the ranch, there are other ways that they can support the mission of the ranch. So tell us about how they can go about doing that.
So we have different programs where you can support us online. Our sponsorship is definitely something that we are asking for help with. Each animal needs a sponsor. It's $30 a month. That helps us kind of know what our plan is for the next month or coming up, so we can actually look at the budgets and say, okay, we can rescue this many more animals, or we can build a new pen here, or we can do an extra vet visit that we needed to do. That's one way you can support us. Also, if you don't have the finances to donate, head to our social media, share our posts. We do a lot of education that way. We list all of our animals that are up for adoption that way as well. So just share our content, learn about the mission, follow us on social media, donate if you can. This is one of the budget for Winding Branch Ranch is crazy. It costs tens of thousands of dollars every month just to feed them. The vet care, vet bills come up out of nowhere, and they're a lot more than your dog or cat. So we're looking at, an animal gets hurt, we're out $5,000, $10,000. So we really need to, we need some help with donations.
And I think sometimes, those vet care bills can be unexpected. Like you said, an animal can unfortunately, have an accident and get hurt, or, something just pops out of nowhere.
That's true.
And, there's a vet bill.
Yeah, there's a vet bill for sure. And we've got different vets that we go to all of our animals with. Our birds have one vet. We've got, our goats go to a different vet. Our horses go to one vet. We're just thankful that they're able to help us out though too.
Absolutely. And where can viewers find out more information about the ranch itself, whether they're just interested in learning or they want to volunteer or they want to donate? I mean, all that is in one place, right?
Absolutely. You can follow us on social media at Winding Branch Ranch on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You name it, we're there. And also you can head to our website and subscribe for our emails as well, just on the homepage. We send out all of our information that way.
I love it. And then you can see pictures of Miss Pamela as well.
You sure can. And you can come visit us too. I don't think I mentioned that. We're open for tours Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays for free. So come join us out at the ranch.
Oh, yeah. So tell us about the tours. So
Absolutely.
That's Monday through Friday?
We are open for tours Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Okay.
So it's, like I said, again, it's free. We just like to have people reserve tickets online just so we can schedule volunteers appropriately. But you come to the ranch, we share our mission with you. We show you all the animals' different habitats, how we care for them, how you can care for them. We just love to show people what we do. It's a great place to spend an afternoon with the kids, bring a picnic lunch, sit at our picnic tables, and hang out.
I love that. Awesome. Well, Matthew, thank you so much for joining us. And Miss Pamela as well. Thank you for being such a great guest.
Thanks.